Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. Welcome to any new subscribers. I'm tickled every time I see this subscriber count go up. So thank you and bring your friend with you next time. I'm now wanting to focus on Cassie Ventura just a tiny bit. I know I did a video some time back, but we're in the thick of this trial. I would say the thick of the trial. And there's even talk of perhaps Donald Trump pardoning P. Diddy. I shouldn't be so sarcastic, but I mean, I can't contain myself. I have to. Sometimes I hear people say that, for $20 million, he could slug me around on a hotel carpet too. Well, no, not for anything. You can do that to me. And the dignity that um, is under attack as well as your physicality. So this is nonsense. I mean, there's nothing worth that. In my opinion, that's my opinion. But as she is learning to empower herself, I would say, learning to speak up for herself, has sought out great legal representation. I don't have a side on this. I'm talking about the issue of her the domestic violence as a couple partnership with him, in which she got $20 million or somewhere around there for the settlement of it. What we often forget is that after the physical beating has been done, the mental and the psychological pieces remain. And that part is often harder to heal because it falls into the memory bank of a person and how you felt about that, because you lose dignity. It's not just how you felt by the physical beating, it's how you felt as a person going through that at the time. The dignity part of you is lost in that moment because the tragedy is happening. Now, that is a tragedy for people. We should also remember that as she's going through this and through this trial, she's having to relive that. She's having to ask questions about why she didn't do something differently. Couldn't you have done this? Couldn't you have reported that? Well, let's keep in mind how powerful of a man he was or is. Well, was, is, whatever, past or present tense. Um, to whom do you turn to when even the hotel was paid, what I hear, $50,000 to stay silent? So the silence of the wrongdoing is a problem. How to get past all of that in a state where you don't have a familiarity with that. You don't know what to do or who to turn to. And all the people that you thought would protect you haven't protected you. Now that she's on the other side of it, I'll say, I won't even say through it, just on the other side of it. She's married and she has children and she's living what would be called a normal life or an everyday life, maybe earning more. Well, she's multimillionaire now, but she's out of that, I'll put it. She's out of that industry nonsense. It's acceptable in that echelon of the industry. She has to completely heal, or she will be sharing some of that trauma with her entire family. And by that, I mean, when you heal, your choices come from clarity instead of pain. Because when you're in it, your choices you're making are coming from pain. You're reacting to the pain. You're trying to get out of the pain. The choices that you make, running, or not saying anything, or not knowing what to say, you're still under the umbrella of fear. And so your choices are coming from pain. When you're on the other side of that, your choices come from clarity. So you're able to what I call sergeant at arms yourself. You are able to sergeant at arms what you will and will not tolerate. You're able to say, you won't do this to me. It's a strengthening because your choices come from clarity. And clarity gives the courage to say, This is my expectation as to how you'll treat me, and there's no other option. No. Is that being mean? Is that being you're some kind of girl? Who do you think you are? Is that being that? No, that's saying this is how I expect to be treated. And there's no other option. I'm going to treat you as well. I'm going to always treat you as well, flattering and loving, that kind of thing. But until you have that clarity, the pain is always present, is what I'm saying. The pain of the trauma can be unending as long as it's unhealed. So I hope she finds full healing, because this is the one thing I would say I recognize in people. I can't say I see it, because people have become very good at hiding their pain. But this is what I recognize as the existence of it. Let's say it that way. The existence of it is that the trauma can sit so deep into the basement of the person that it may not even get tapped, because people have learned to live with it. Not saying that that's right or wrong, but they have learned a way to live with it. And by living with it, the pain seems to have at least vanished or found its cozy place, but it had not been healed. So when you have full healing, meaning it's not in the basement, it is fully unearthed out of you. When you have that, that is the greatest gift of grace from the universe, from the energy that comes from the universe. This says to you, not only did you get through this, not only did you get over this, not only did you get cured by this, but this has no effect on you now, henceforth, or 1,000 years from now, because you are healed. And what a great gift that is. And I hope she acquires that. Only she and the universe will know. And if you have a situation by which there's some desperate sense of hurt, I hope that you acquire the same level of healing. Because when we are healed, our choices come from a place of clarity, not a place of pain. And I love you. If you've gotten this far, please click like, please click subscribe, bring a friend with you next time, leave a positive comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.